I'm getting ready to volunteer at this event. It is hosted by a medical entity that's taking care of its workers. That's taking care of its workers that lets them come and shop and get free produce. It's awesome. I'm all about that. Y'all know I love food. I also love my produce, so this will be fun. I want to see if they let me film the experience. We'll see. But it's no better feeling than giving somebody free food. Mark my words. If I get my hand, or hold on, let me speak into existence. When I get my hands on land, when I purchase land, lease land, whatever it is, when I get some land, I'm going to be planting food and having all types of stuff, berries, tomatoes, the whole nine. And I'm going to be giving that away for free. I'm going to have a section where people are going to come and pick and put in their basket free, 100%, because that's how we take care of ourselves. We should not be going through the things that we go through, but that's a discussion for another time. All right, I'm going to finish getting situated, grab my little snacks, and I'm going to go. At least punctually. Usually we go about 3 or 4 times. Yeah, maybe a second. We're about to see this. Yes, I do. And I made like TV out and reach down. That was their All right. So something really cool is the organization that I'm volunteering for. People that we are serving, they're also serving people as well. They work for a hospital that takes care of people to the max. I'm talking if you don't have health care or if you just aren't able to pay for services, they are still taking care of you. They're taking care of routine things, big things. That's super awesome. It makes me feel even more, I don't even know the word. I just feel very happy to be giving uh, in this type of event because it's super awesome. Can't go wrong with the giving circle. So it's going well. People are getting their produce. Some things that I am seeing is that um, people, when they grab produce, they are kind of in what's been grabbed, looking for the bigger items, and a lot of so people have like a limit that they can get. They have like a $15 limit that they can get per their employer because their employer paid for them, and so they're getting all these things, and they're getting towards the end, or once they looked at everything, and they're like, "Wow, that's it." And I'm like, "Yes, healthy food is not expensive at all." A lot of there's a misconception is that healthy is expensive, but oftentimes you can get 20 plus items of produce, fruits, veggies, seeds, seasonings, herbs. You can get 20 plus items and it be under $15, at $15, $20. It's not expensive. You just have to know what you're looking for. So I just wanted to say that, and the event is still going. I'm just taking a break right now and just reflecting. It's awesome. Sun's out. It's a good day. All right. Um, we're done for the day. Got to head on to our next event. My goodness, that is such an awesome experience. I take a little bit to collect my thoughts and just the things that I observed and just talk about how awesome this event was. And I'll be back in just a moment. Look at this right here. I wasn't expecting to come back with all this produce, but I guess that's the perks to giving your time and to being awesome and wanting to give to others. But I just wanted to look at this, and I wanted you to look at this because a lot of people think when they are getting something free that it's bad, that it's not good, that it's cheap. Look at this produce. This is high quality produce right here. And honestly, this is under $10. Under $20 if you were to get it at the store. It's awesome. All in all, this was a great experience. It really was. I had such a good time. I got some free produce and I got to serve or organization that serves other people. This is a Methodist ministry that serves the people. I just want to reiterate, I know I said it earlier in the video, but this is just me just doing a base scrape of what is in this actual organization, what they do, and how they are caring for people. And so I spoke to many people today and I just asked them, what do y'all do? And they told me, and from what I got, was that they help people regardless. It doesn't matter if they don't have insurance. It doesn't matter whatever hardship they're going through. They help people, and I super love that. I can dig that. So I was super happy to serve these people today, and just some things that I saw today. And I know I just said some of this stuff, but like I said, I had to go to another event, and some things that I saw, I could count on one hand the amount of people that actually picked up the produce. So say for an example, there were two different types of apples, right? Instead of just taking it and putting it in the bag, I counted on one hand the amount of people that picked up the apple and looked at the apple to see what produce it was. Was it inorganic? What type of apple was this? I thought that was interesting. And I know it was just me volunteering at an event, but I look at stuff like that because the way people pick their food will determine how they use their food. Um, and I don't really have evidence to prove that. This is just a strong feeling that I feel and just things that I've seen from working with the people that I have worked with and observing people is if you're shoving it in your bag mindlessly, probably going to forget about it. But if you are taking time to look at it, inspect it, feel it, kind of think about what you're going to make with it or how you're going to eat it, you're going to use it. You're going to utilize it more than you would if you were just shoving it in your bag. So that was one thing that I noticed. The second thing that I noticed was that a lot of people were kind of stunned. So what I mean by that is their employer paid for them to get produce, which is awesome. That is an awesome wellness incentive. Employers, if you have access to the funds to do this for your employees, do something like this. We don't want, you know, iffy health event initiatives and stuff like that. Stuff like this puts the health right in your employees' hands. But anyways, $15 is what they were allotted to shop with, right? And a lot of people, if they got the right combination, they got a lot of stuff. Like I said earlier, they got like 20 plus items in their bag, right at $15 or under $15. And I remember making the same remark over and over and over again. Eating healthy does not have to be expensive. Um, the way it was priced for the people and they were adding it up, and that was how we kept track. The way it was priced was very similar to how it is in the store. Okay, so I think one of the hardest things people experience is, for one, figuring out what they're going to do with the produce when they get it, what they're going to cook with it, how they'll use it, and how they'll store it. Because I understand the convenience of something that's frozen and something that's ready made and that you eat it, but I'm telling you, the connection that you have with your food, the connection that you have when you make it and you think about it and you plan is so awesome. And then you realize that you have this library of foods in your head that you call on from time to time. And now you're telling other people about it because we have to be the advertisers of this healthy food. Okay? Let's not be advertisers of products. Okay? Food, you know what food is. I don't want to go on that tangent right now, but we have to be the advertisers because when was the last time you saw a fruit or vegetable commercial? When was the last time you saw a fruit or vegetable ad, right? So I get like everyone has a product and they're doing their products and their products may do us well, but we have to understand that this type of food, the produce, is going to help us tremendously. So the more you eat of it, the better outcomes you get. Okay, I know we've had this conversation and this battle and this debate about organic, non-organic, which is better. When you're just starting your journey, you really just got to get it. You got to get what you can when you can, and then you'll work your way up from there. But you have to get used to eating this stuff, and you have to get used to the variety. Sometimes you're going to eat stuff 100% raw. Sometimes you're going to cook it. Sometimes you're going to ferment it. There's so many different possibilities, and events like this just get me fired up. So I was happy that I got to volunteer, and I was super happy talking to people, asking them, what were you going to make with this? What's your idea for this? Because I wanted it to be intentional. We've all been to events where we've gotten something for free and we just took it and we didn't really do anything with it. My goal today was to speak to as many people and empower them to do something with the produce that they were getting. Because when we get stuff for free, it's up to us to utilize it. And so this right here, and one more thing, I don't want to get too much into this, but one more thing. I also can count on multiple hands how people were finding things that they've never tried before. For an example, people found pomegranate. They've never had a pomegranate before, or they never tried a certain apple before, a Honeycrisp apple, or what's another one that was out there? The zucchini squash, right? They have never tried this type of squash before, or the delicata squash. And so seeing that is priceless when people say, you know what, I'm going to try it. And so I think we do this thing as human beings when we're trying to be nice, when something's given to us, we'll say, I'll try it, right? But me, where I think that I bridged the gap today was I was letting people know, hey, you can make this with these ingredients. You can do this, right? And so it's no longer a foreign substance when you know what you can do with it and you have some type of uh, inspiration. So I know I'm just talking about food, fruits, and vegetables and stuff like that. It might be boring the most, but this is what gets me super hyped. And I hope everyone that got produce from that market today uses the produce and it doesn't go bad and they enjoy it, and it sparks something in them to where they want to now go shop for this in their supermarket and their local farmers market. Thank you for listening to me nerd out over this stuff. I love it. I hope you have a great week. Be well.